We are in the Alps now, baby. Yeah.
We're 1,200 miles into a 1,500-mile winter road trip around New Zealand's South Island.
Woo! We made it to the top.
Our brown is turning into white.
Woo, and it's chilly. Beautiful view, though. Okay, back to the car.
And so far, it's been quite the expedition. This is the steepest street in the entire world. But this week, we're trekking into some of New Zealand's most rugged and, dare I say, dangerous territory. Now, if you haven't already, hurry up and click that subscribe button because you don't want to miss where we're headed next.
What are you calling, 1920s?
1920s, please. I had a phone like this in like 1995 probably. Well, okay, maybe not quite like this, but pretty close. I had a rotary dial. This one doesn't work so well anymore. Oh, nostalgia.
Oh, the door hit you on the way out. Yeah. So this might be the best roadside attraction in New Zealand. I'm just saying. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch it.
So I read online that they're trying to go for the longest bra chain in the world, but they haven't quite been able to make that record yet. And I shall not be donating today because I only have one bra as a minimalist. I need it. The fence does not. Lost a straggler. Oh. Apparently, this all started in 1999, and then in 2006, somebody came and stole like 1,500 of the bras. So had that not happened, they might have actually won that whole longest bra chain thing. It's pretty impressive.
There's a lot of bras.
That's
more than I expected.
This is a lot of support right here. A lot of support.
Woke up this morning with the sunrise in my eyes. Just like a new day, a breath of fresh air in my life. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.
Welcome to the wild West Coast. And looking out there, it is easy to see why they call it that. This is a calm, nice day, and those waves are not small. And I can hear them very clearly from inside this very cute guest house that we have rented out for the week, because that is the reality of being a YouTuber on a 3-week road trip. It is never a 3-week road trip. It is 1.5 weeks of actual travel and 1.5 weeks of editing, and that is where we are. We need to get some editing done, so that is why we have rented this space out. We've got a beautiful view. We are surrounded by all this lovely terrain, and we have 2 of New Zealand's most accessible glaciers within an hour's drive. So we're gonna try to squeeze those in during this time frame as well. So we got a lot to do. And our first mission, I think, for this evening is gonna be right down here on this very intimidating beach. Check this out. Even in the house rules, it says West Coast beaches can be extremely dangerous, so please do not swim in the sea. You know it's intense when they have to write that in. That's like a do not put your hairdryer in the bathtub type of warning, except for you would think, oh, it'll be fine. But I have a feeling when we get out there, you'd be like, yeah, nah.
This is why we're coming in the evening, because it says there might be penguins and seals, and they're usually more beach bound in the evening. Yeah. So we've been told, and what we've seen, yeah, and what we've read.
Yep.
So I guess maybe we kind of know that they might be there if they're going to be there.
We can't guarantee it. It's nature.
Exactly. I can already feel the sea spray.
What do you think? You wanna go for a quick dip?
Yeah, let's just go for a quick swim. No big deal. God, that looks just churned. Churned like butter. It is. Oh! Nope. Okay, two things. I could sit here and watch those waves crash for hours because it's just mesmerizing and awe-inspiring, the power coming from the ocean. And then number two, how the hell are these little baby penguins gonna swim through that to get to the beach? Just saying.
It would sweep you right off your feet. Yeah. There is so much power in all of that. It is no joke. I mean, there's like a morbid part of me that really wants to experience it. But with some sort of like a safety suit on and some way where I couldn't drown, because I mean, you would just be tossed around like a rag doll in a gnarly washing machine. Ah!
There's like a playground or something up here.
It's a teeter-totter.
A seesaw.
It's a teeter-totter. Tomato.
To work? Oh, baby.
Only one way to find out.
Okay.
I don't know if we're way enough.
How's the view? You see any penguins?
No waddles.
No waddles. All these rocks that are dark. Makes me think that all the sand on this beach is just crushed up rocks. That's how wild it is back there. How wild this ocean gets. Ooh, goodness gracious, man.
I don't know if it comes across on camera, but yeah, just the sound of it. It sounds like thunder coming at you. Like it is going to swallow you. Very happy to be on the beach and not out there. What do you think that is?
My guess is it's kind of like a hiding spot for penguins. Because
Not for the penguins.
Well, for the humans, so the penguins don't see the humans because they would consider us a threat, so then they wouldn't walk up. They might be scared. So I guess we're gonna just wait in there and see what happens. Usually they come back at dusk or night. So we could be here for a while. To not bring any tea or any hot chocolate or any booze.
Well,
But we have penguins to keep us warm. Or the idea of penguins.
it's a pretty legit teepee.
I would say the biggest question is, do we have a camera to capture it if they come at night?
The answer to that is also no. I mean, I'm armed with this is a great camera for a small compact camera, but we do not have a proper long lens.
And a camera that does well at night.
Yeah, so, you know, things to buy when we get home. I think just given how intense those waves are, it makes me want to see penguins out here even more. Just because, I mean, mad respect if they actually come in through that every day. Yeah, that is just brutal. I don't care if it is your environment, that's still gnarly.
I'm wondering how fair weathered we are because it's starting to rain now. It's almost dark, and oh, I see.
No.
Oh, it's a seal. It might be a seal.
Really?
I see something.
Oh, where?
Just behind that breaking wave. It was easy to see, so it must have been a seal.
Do you think you really saw something?
100%. Definitely. You just have to believe me. We don't.
It's not what we do here.
It's what we see here.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll tell you it's there. It's there. Just trust me. Have I ever lied to you?
I won't answer that. I've seen nothing. Jason claims he saw one seal. I have no evidence. I didn't see it.
I saw it.
I don't want to give up, but I also feel like
I'm turning into a popsicle. A wet popsicle?
a little bit. If they were gonna come, wouldn't they have come by now? I mean, I don't know anything about the local behavior here, but I mean, we're pretty well hidden. If I were a penguin, I would have come out already and come to nest.
Well, it was a fail with the penguins last night, but...
Was it a fail? We had fun.
Well, it was fun, yes, but we are up with the sun. We're gonna have ourselves a big brekkie, and then we're off to Franz Josef Glacier.
That's what we're here for. That glacier way, way up there.
This is one of the biggest attractions in New Zealand, and our car is the only one parked in this lot. It's just nuts. We're here all alone, the town is dead. It's just us. Just us. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty special.
Yeah. I can see it.
Getting a little glimpse.
It's sort of clear. We might get lucky.
Actually, today is a beautiful day, considering all the rain and all the wind that we've been having. So I feel like we have to soak this up because it might not look like this again. That almost looks like little mushrooms growing up out of there, but it's just part of the plant. Very interesting.
Wow, that was like 10 minutes and we're already at a viewpoint. Wow! Just.
Now that is a view.
Yeah. Definitely have to time lapse this.
This makes, I think, our third, I'm not going to say our third glacier because we've been to more glaciers than that, but our third country for glaciers. So our first was Alaska, which is our home country of the USA. Been there twice. And then in Ecuador, we took Kate to her very first glacier. Did I say 3?
You said 3.
Technically it's 4 countries. Almost forgot about Canada. Canada also has some very amazing glaciers. Sorry, Canada. And now here we are in New Zealand looking at Franz Josef Glacier. And I just feel like the first couple of times were so magical and just blew my mind, which we had some pretty insane experiences, and just being able to go down into the belly of a glacier and see it so up close, it's like being in another world. For me, it's like free diving, I think, because it's just so different from our everyday environment that it is mind-blowing. And then we come here and you're looking at the signs and I'm reading all the information. I mean, it used to be just right here, and every year it has retreated so much. It all just keeps getting pushed back, and that's wild to think about. So it's mixed emotions, and I feel like something so beautiful is so far away and like it's disappearing. So it's beautiful, but also a little depressing at the same time, because the reality of it is a little harsh.
Wow, they don't mess around. A news article, 20 tourists trapped after ignoring warning signs. It's definitely a bit of a gut punch. I was hoping for quite an adventure, you know, a nice long hike, and to have it stop right here and then to read the sign, then the trail has just been eroded over time with the river and the glacier just breaking apart and just destroying the trail. I'm thinking about some of the glaciers we've been on in the past, and it also makes me think, what would happen today, 8 years later, if we return to Alaska and hike those glaciers that we hiked on? What would it be like? Because we watched so many videos before we came here, and just months ago people were able to walk really close.
At least down to the valley floor.
Yeah, on the valley floor, up to the moraines. So, I don't know, there's a word, and I just can't think of the word.
You want me to record you at 3 a.m. when you think of it?
Yeah, get the camera right by our bed. Not for one of those videos, but just in case. Bummer. Signs everywhere we go. I brought the drone, I'm just like, everywhere we go I'm afraid to fly it. I mean, granted, I knew we couldn't fly it here because it's a national park, but... Bummer!
There's only some of it that looks like that.
We're hiking up to Sentinel Rock, which is supposed to be an awesome lookout of Franz Josef Glacier.
Look at that, totally socked in now.
Oh no!
Yeah, I can't see it at all. It is incredible how quickly all those clouds can move in. We got really lucky. Clouds just cleared, the rain stopped. We got to come out for our view, so I cannot complain. I feel very fortunate, because otherwise we could just pass right through and not seen anything but clouds and just had to go, oh,
it's there
just
somewhere.
imagine it, it's over there.
It's over there somewhere, I promise. That water is so clear and cold. Well, the wind is right.
Clouds are not right. But it's interesting to look at the photo there on the little like information placard and seeing what it used to look like versus what it looks like now. So what do you think? You satisfied for the day?
I think we're good. We'll tackle it tomorrow. Mother Nature cooperates. It'll be a Fox Glacier. How about those time lapses last night? I got the tiny moon just dipping into the ocean there, and then I turned the camera to the Milky Way, and I don't know, it's the first time I've ever experienced this where humid air is blowing off of the ocean, but yet the air is cold, so the camera sort of fogged over, so the Milky Way sort of turned into a foggy mess. But I swear I saw some auroras sort of twinkling in the background, so praying for very clear skies tonight, so maybe I can try it again. So anyway, it's morning. We're off to Fox Glacier. Not looking too promising. Rain as far as I can see in this little valley.
right, so it's an hour and a half hike to the viewpoint of the glacier, and maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see.
And again, we're the only ones here. It's pretty wild.
Franz, Josef, and Fox Glacier are New Zealand's two most accessible glaciers, meaning that we can at least get a visual of them on a clear day. But if we really want to see them, we'd have to book a helicopter tour. It's a hobbit house. I wonder if there
Hello, hobbits.
are there any possums in there? I don't see anything.
Flash.
Somebody's got to get that shot.
Exactly.
Ooh. Yeah, it feels nice.
Oh yeah.
Not crazy hot, but like take your clothes off and getting.
Except it's like a half an inch deep.
It's a baby pool.
That's cool.
Oh. Now you don't want to leave. Also makes you kind of want to pee.
So green.
I just want to live in
I
here.
know. Jeez, there's green on top of green on top of green.
It's beautiful.
Miles and miles of the clear blue sky. We drive straight as a narrow flight. Nowhere to be. We've got time to waste. Let's waste it.
It's like a big dinosaur with a tail, a body, and his neck, and he just reaches up to the sky and you can't see his head.
You and I, heads up in the clouds. We caught up with the birds flying south. Nothing to see as the day turns into night. We've got time to waste.
So now we're at the point where the glacier would have ended right here in 1600 AD. So this shows you all the growth that can happen in that time period.
What was that, 3,600 years?
I'm not doing that math in my head.
Our first viewpoint. There it is.
This has been a bittersweet experience, to say the least. It's a far cry from our mind-blowing voyages in the years past. Here, my imagination soars in the dappled light of the lush rainforest and then sinks to the darkest shadows of the skeletal glaciers. So I decided to do some digging to find out if the glaciers were indeed as sad as they looked. It turns out the National Institute of Water and Atmospheric Research evaluates the glacier's health every year, and it's not good.
These glaciers in New Zealand have been collapsing.
The principal scientist said, in a decade, we predict that many of our beloved and important glaciers will be gone. A decade. He continues on with sobering impacts it will have and emphasizes the urgency of slowing climate change. And I'm not pointing any of this out to sound like a broken record or to beat a dead horse. It's more that as a couple of travelers who have only had a handful of glacier experiences, it's shockingly noticeable.
And this is as close as we can get.
But, because there's always a but, the glaciers are not gone yet, and there is still hope. There are boatloads of organizations with lots of cool science, insights, and solutions. One of our faves is Project Drawdown. I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out.